Do you know that manual transmission sales have gone over 40% in last 5 years? This means something. Drivers are starting to miss the simple stuff like manual trucks, physical knobs, simple hardware built to last. Most people didn't even realize these features were disappearing. But now, Toyota is bringing some of them back. So in this video, I'm going to reveal 13 Toyota features that are finally making a comeback. And don't skip the last one, because that single feature is the real reason old Toyotas keep running, while everything else ends up in the junkyard. Feature number 1. Real physical volume knobs. Over the past few years, I've seen the same complaint in the shop. The screen is lagging. The audio won't respond. I have to tap 3 times just to lower the volume. This started when manufacturers, including Toyota, began removing physical volume knobs and replacing them with touch sliders or screen-only controls. The problem is that when you're driving at 60 miles per hour, taking your eyes off the road to adjust the volume is dangerous. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, distracted driving caused over 3,000 deaths in a single recent year in the US. Touchscreens increase glance time. Real knobs don't. A physical knob gives instant feedback. You don't look, you just turn. In the workshop, older Toyotas with real knobs rarely have audio complaints. Newer touch-only systems, software updates, frozen screens, replacement modules. Now, Toyota is bringing physical knobs back in the newer Tacoma and Land Cruiser models. Because simple controls aren't outdated, they're safer. Feature number 2. Traditional gear shifters are returning. One thing drivers say the moment they sit in a newer model is this: where's the real shifter? That big solid gear lever used to tell you exactly what the vehicle was doing. You could feel it click into park. You knew when it was in reverse. No guessing. Then came rotary dials and electronic toggles. They look clean, but they remove physical feedback. And when electronics control the shift signal, more can go wrong. Across the auto industry, electronic shifter designs have led to driver confusion and even rollaway-related recalls. When there's no clear physical position, mistakes happen. Traditional shifters are simple, mechanical linkage or cable-driven, easy to diagnose, easy to trust. That's why Toyota is keeping real solid shifters in trucks like the Tacoma and Land Cruiser. Because when you're towing or climbing a trail, you don't want futuristic, you want dependable. Feature number 3. Hydraulic power steering is back. You can feel it the first time you turn the wheel. The newer steering feels light, almost too light, like a video game. That's because most modern vehicles switched from hydraulic power steering to electric power steering, also called EPS. EPS helps improve fuel efficiency slightly and reduces engine load. That's why manufacturers moved to it. But here's what drivers started noticing: less road feel, less feedback, less connection to the tires. With hydraulic steering, the system used fluid pressure driven by the engine. When the road pushed back, you felt it in your hands. That feedback helped drivers judge grip, especially in rain, snow, or off-road conditions. In the workshop, older Toyota trucks with hydraulic steering rarely get complaints about numb handling. Newer EPS systems sometimes feel disconnected. Now, in certain off-road focused models, Toyota has tuned steering systems to bring back more natural feedback. Because when you're driving a truck, you don't want artificial, you want to feel the road. Feature number 4. Roll-down rear windows. There's one thing 4Runner owners always brag about. That back window goes all the way down, and once you've used it, you understand why. Toyota used to offer a fully roll-down rear window in SUVs like the 4Runner. Then crossovers took over the market. Fixed rear glass, no movement, no airflow, but drivers missed it. That rear glass wasn't just for looks. It improved ventilation without blasting the AC. It made loading long items easier. It let dogs stick their heads out safely without opening the whole hatch. Small feature, big usability. In hot states like Texas, Arizona, and Florida, airflow matters. And according to EPA data, using AC can reduce fuel economy by up to 25% in extreme heat. A drop-down rear window helps reduce that load. Toyota kept it alive in the 4Runner. Now it's returning in the new Land Cruiser. Because sometimes, one simple window makes an SUV feel like a real SUV again. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Feature number 5. Full-size spare tires are back. You don't think about your spare tire until you need it. Then you open the trunk and see that little donut tire. Narrow, temporary, speed limit 50 miles per hour. The maximum distance may be 50 to 70 miles. That's when panic starts. Manufacturers switch to compact spares to save weight and improve fuel economy. Lighter vehicles mean slightly better MPG numbers. But that small tire is not built for long trips, heavy loads, or off-road driving. AA responds to millions of roadside calls every year, and flat tires are consistently one of the top reasons drivers get stranded. Now, imagine being hours away from home with a tiny spare that can't handle real terrain. Older Toyota trucks and SUVs used to come with full-size spares. Same wheel, same tire. No limits. And now, in off-road models like the Tacoma TRD and Land Cruiser, Toyota is bringing full-size spares back. Because when you're far from help, temporary isn't good enough. You need real backup. Feature number 6. Manual handbrake. Levers. Pull up in an older Toyota and you'll find something simple between the seats. A real handbrake lever. You pull it, you feel the tension, you know it's set. Then electronic parking brakes took over. Just a small button, push or pull. Motors activate in the rear calipers. It looks clean, it saves space. But here's what drivers started noticing. If the battery is weak, sometimes the electronic brake won't release. If a motor fails, repairs aren't cheap. And in emergency situations, you can't modulate it the same way you can with a manual lever. A manual handbrake is mechanical, cable-driven, easy to adjust, easy to service, rarely complicated. In snowy states and off-road situations, drivers like having that direct control. That's why Toyota still keeps manual parking brakes in certain trims and trucks. Because when you're parking on a hill, simple tension from a cable can feel more reassuring than a small electric motor. Sometimes old school still works best. Feature number 7. Naturally aspirated V6 engines. Pop the hood of an older Toyota and you'll see something simple. A V6 engine. No turbo, no extra plumbing, just air is going in naturally. Then the industry changed. Smaller turbocharged engines took over. They make more power from less size. They help meet fuel economy rules. On paper, it looks smart, but in the real world, I've seen something different. Turbo engines run hotter. They have more parts, intercoolers, extra hoses, boost control systems. More heat means more stress over time. And when something fails, repairs are not cheap. Toyota's 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 in models like the Camry and older Tacoma built a reputation for lasting 250,000 to 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. No boost pressure, no forced air, just steady, predictable power. Now, while turbo engines are common, Toyota is still offering naturally aspirated options in key models because many drivers trust simplicity, less pressure, less heat, less complexity. And sometimes, that's exactly why those engines keep running for decades. Feature number 8. Analog gauge clusters. Sit in a lot of new vehicles today, and all you see is a giant screen. Speed, RPM, fuel, everything digital. It looks modern, it looks high-tech. But here's what I hear from drivers. I just want normal gauges. Analog gauge clusters are simple. A real needle, a real dial. You glance once and you know your speed. No animations, no menu switching, no software lag. Digital clusters depend on screens, processors and software updates. And when they glitch, the whole display can freeze. I've seen vehicles come in where the screen goes black and drivers can't even see their speed. Older Toyotas with analog gauges, they just work. Mechanical movement, clear visibility, easy to read in sunlight. That's why Toyota is still offering traditional style gauges alongside digital displays in models like the Tacoma and Land Cruiser. Because sometimes, a simple needle is easier to trust than a screen full of graphics. Clear, direct, reliable. Feature number 9. Simple climate control buttons. Try changing the temperature on some newer vehicles. You tap the screen, you swipe, you open a menu, you tap again, all just to lower the AC 2 degrees. That's what happened when physical climate buttons were replaced with touchscreen-only controls. It looks clean, but it's not practical while driving. According to AAA research, taking your eyes off the road for just 2 seconds doubles your crash risk. Touchscreen climate systems increase glance time because you have to look at the screen to adjust anything. With real buttons, you don't look, you feel. Turn the knob, press the button, done. In the shop, touchscreen climate complaints are common. Frozen screens, delayed response, software updates. But physical buttons, almost never an issue. Toyota heard the feedback. Newer Tacoma and Land Cruiser models brought back dedicated climate buttons under the screen. Because adjusting your AC shouldn't require a software update, it should require one click. Feature number 10. Built-in CD players. Open the center console of an older Toyota, and you'll find something many new cars don't have anymore: a CD slot. For years, manufacturers removed built-in CD players to make space for bigger screens and smartphone features. Streaming took over, Bluetooth became standard, and the CD player slowly disappeared. But here's what I still see in the workshop: drivers who keep their old CDs, audiobooks, music collections from the 90s and early 2000s. Not everyone wants to rely on cell signal or data plans. In rural parts of the US where coverage drops, streaming stops. But a CD? It always works. Older Toyota systems with CD players rarely have playback issues. Simple hardware, insert, play, done. That's why some newer Toyota trims are quietly bringing CD functionality back in select markets. Because technology moves forward, but reliability sometimes means keeping what already works. Feature number 11. Rear window glass that opens separately. There's something older SUV owners still appreciate. You don't have to open the whole hatch, you just lift the rear glass. Toyota used to offer rear window glass that opened separately from the tailgate in models like the Highlander and older SUVs. Then, it slowly disappeared as power lift gates became standard. But here's the problem. Sometimes you don't need the whole door swinging up. You just want to toss in groceries, slide in a backpack, grab something quickly in tight parking. Opening the full hatch takes space. It's heavier, more hinges, more motors, more sensors. Separate rear glass is simple, lighter, faster, less strain on power liftgate components. In busy parking lots or small garages, that feature makes daily life easier. That's why Toyota is bringing back more functional rear access designs in newer SUVs. Because convenience doesn't always mean bigger. Sometimes it means smarter. Feature number 12. Proper mechanical 4. WD transfer cases are back. Take a look under older Toyota trucks and you'll see something solid, a real transfer case with a real mechanical connection. Shift it into 4 high or 4 low and you feel it engage. Then, many SUVs switch to automatic AWD systems. No lever, no true low range, just electronics deciding when to send power. For daily driving, that works fine, but off-road, it's different. A proper mechanical transfer case locks power between front and rear axles. It gives you true low-range gearing, more torque, more control, slower crawl speed. That's why serious off-roaders never wanted it gone. In the workshop, mechanical transfer cases are simple to service. Fluid change, inspect seals, done. Electronic systems, sensors, modules, calibration. Now, with the return of the Land Cruiser and new Tacoma, Toyota is keeping real low-range transfer cases in off-road trims. Because when you're climbing rocks or pulling through mud, software guesses aren't enough. You want a mechanical grip. Feature number 13. Dedicated physical. 4x4. Control knobs. If you've ever gone off-road, you know this feeling. You don't want to scroll through a screen to change drive modes. You want to reach over and turn a solid knob. Older Toyota trucks gave you dedicated 4x4 controls, big dial, clear labels, 2H, 4H, 4L. You could switch modes even with gloves on. Then some models move these settings into digital menus, touchscreen controls, hidden submenus, extra steps. That might look modern, but off-road driving isn't about looking modern. It's about quick response. When you're climbing a loose hill or entering mud, you don't want to tap through 3 screens. You want instant engagement. Physical 4x4 knobs are simple. Direct wiring, clear confirmation, less delay. That's why Toyota brought back dedicated terrain and 4 WD control knobs in the new Tacoma and Land Cruiser. Because when the ground gets rough, you don't want menus. You want control you can feel. If you're enjoying this video, consider watching the next one where I'm sharing 17 illegal tricks that actually work.